Welcome Capricorn, this is your June 1st to June 7th forecast, and we have the first quarter moon occurring on June 2nd, and that's going to be the most influential transit for you this week, and it's going to highlight your career and finances. So it is time for you to act on your professional plans and to take calculated risks, as well as trust in your capabilities to achieve success. So we have old chapters opening, cycles ending, and new ones beginning here. We also have a lot of good luck and fortune and blessings coming your way here as a part of this process. So be on the lookout for those opportunities to reach you this week. We also have the opportunity to connect more deeply within. So there's knowledge and wisdom and guidance that you're receiving from your guides, from source, from your higher self. So if you don't feel like that, then this is your call to go deeper, go within to receive those messages. If you do feel like that, then that's wonderful. You're being guided to strengthen that connection because there's more messages there for you. So this is that continuation of you opening your third eye and being more deeply connected with your guides, your guardians, your angels, and your higher self here. What else? Wonderful. So we have the Ten of Pentacles coming through. So you may, as a part of these new cycles opening, be offered a wonderful opportunity. So this could be a raise, a promotion, a title. You could transition into management or a higher level of management. You could be called to collaborate or partner with someone. There's certain expertise that you do have that you may be able to share with others and exchange that for monetary rewards here. So there's also this opportunity for you to be positive, to think positively, and to put positive energy out into the universe as it relates to your career and finances here. So you receiving blessings and abundance and feeling fulfilled here is going to come after you go through this journey here, and as a result of you staying positive and staying focused on your dreams throughout the journey. Okay, so we also have the Lovers here. So yeah, this is really calling me back to you receiving divine guidance and wisdom and knowledge, and you connecting with that. So I feel like this is you going within and connecting with your higher self more deeply and receiving more of that unconditional love that is there waiting for you. Okay, so what messages do we have? Okay, so we have you being faithful to your cause, and this is whatever this work is that you're doing. So if you are exploring your gifts and talents and your that is your entrepreneurial space, like you're using your esoteric gifts and talents, or you just have a business venture here that you're working on and working towards. This could also be in the working environment as well, but just stay faithful to your cause and what you feel is most important to you. And I'm hearing for some of you that it's really this shift towards using your gifts and talents and abilities and the things that bring you joy and where you feel you're in your creative space. Like, yeah, there's opportunity to make money and to be financially free from those gifts that you do have. So this is guiding you more in that direction as opposed to trying to stay within the matrix environment where you may not be fully fulfilled. So let's look at some challenges. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so you may get some sort of communication that comes in, and as a challenge, I feel like it's one of two things. So either you could be expecting some things to happen and that not necessarily go the way that you want it to, even though it's all working out for in your favor, and there may be some blessings in disguise that are happening here. So it could be that, or it could also be you receiving communication. So we said that there's some offers coming through to you, and you just feeling like you don't have the confidence or the courage to be successful and to accepting those roles or those offers. You may be feeling a little bit like, oh, okay, I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for this or if I can do that. And the key for you is going to be really focusing in on just the priority here. So if you do have an offer that comes through to you, say it's, and we'll just stick with the matrix example here. So if you are at an employer and you do receive a promotion offer, you really being focused on what the priorities are for that job and to be successful in that job, and encouraging the team and working toward those specific goals, and just shutting everything else out. Everything else is really just noise. So really focusing down in on the core things that you need to do is going to help you to be successful. If we're speaking of you as an entrepreneur and some business ventures that you're considering, or partnerships or collaborations, then you really staying focused in on what is most important to you, what products or services, or bringing in the money that you actually enjoy doing. Okay, so we got to make sure that you're feeling passionate about it and you're feeling inspired about it. But those areas, if you're able to narrow it down, whether it's opportunities, ideas, products, services, only to what is the most important for you, or where you feel like the value really lies, is how you're going to be successful. So does that make sense? So basically you're being guided to narrow it down. You got a lot going on, but just focus on what is most important and what you truly, truly, truly want to do and have the energy to work on at this time. And you will absolutely be successful. Okay, so what else is going to come up here? So we have the World. Okay, so it could be you just not being as open to allow these new cycles and chapters to begin. You may also have some things that you need to let go of, that you may find it difficult to let go of here. But this is you really completing some cycles. We have the completion of cycles here coming up multiple times. So it's time to also, as a part of that, let things go, let people go that aren't serving you, and that aren't going to be aligned with this new authentic version of you. So we have the Four of Cups here as well. So it's going to be so important for you to be appreciative and be grateful here, okay? Because in this example here, we have all of these blessings and opportunities that are right in front of her, but there's still more here. And it's really going to depend on how you treat these opportunities that you have. And these also represent things that you already have as well, that you could be grateful for and valuing in the meantime, so that the things that you're thinking of and the blessings that are coming towards you can actually ground themselves in reality. Okay, so it's like, how can you get this idea, this dream, to come in tangible form down here like these other ones? The first step to that is appreciation and gratitude. Okay, so what else? We have the Eight of Pentacles here. Okay, so this is you and putting in the inspired action and work towards your goals. So that may be something that is a challenge for you, because you may be feeling like a little overwhelmed, or like, oh, this is too much. There's too much going on here. Or you could just be like, okay, in this role, or as an entrepreneur that's going to explore this particular business venture, like, I'm going to have to go all in. I'm going to have to really put a lot of inspired action toward that and effort towards that. And you may just be wondering some things about that, just a little unsure if you do have what it takes to be successful. And you absolutely do, because you have everything that you need already within you. So we have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. So there may be some learning involved as a part of this, which that should always be the case here. But there may be, so you may need to go to a training program, or you may need to do some additional research, or you may need to really, really explore a particular business area. Like if you're going to go open up a restaurant or something, and you've not worked in restaurants, or you don't have any other restaurants or something, like, okay, some work involved with that, some knowledge that you need to gain here as a part of the process. And even though you have everything within you and it's all right there in front of you, yeah, there's still this journey that you're going on that you designed for yourself to grow and to learn as part of the process. So that's going to be that inspired action and that work that's going to come up here, come to the surface, that you may be like, okay, this is a lot here. I didn't realize it was so involved here, and I'm going to really need to immerse myself in this opportunity here if I wanted to be successful and if that's truly what I desire and want. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's get an oracle here. So we have you following your heart and that leading to the right things, and that's so wonderful. That's a wonderful reminder that we are talking about the things here that you feel passionate about. And that's why I'm kind of shifting more away from this matrix 9 to 5 type of work, because if it does not excite you and ignite your passions, then it's not what you ultimately are to be doing. It's not what you designed for yourself to do here. So I really feel like these are more, this is aligning you more in the direction of your gifts and your talents. And we have creativity right here, right? So yeah, these are the creative things in your life that you love and enjoy doing. That's really what we're speaking about here. However, we know that not everybody is really in that position to be able to just, okay, I'm not going to work a 9 to 5. I'm just going to, be creative and make money that way. When you're ready, when you open yourself up to that and you allow that to happen for your life, then absolutely. But in the meantime, this may align with the 9 to 5 working experience as well. So no wrong paths, no wrong decisions here. It's just a matter of what you want to experience. Okay, but know that following your heart is what you're being guided to do, and that's going to lead to your ultimate fulfillment and happiness. Okay, and as we have the 9 of Cups coming out here, this is emotional fulfillment, and that's why, that is probably why I took that minute to explain here, like the matrix 9 to 5 versus you feeling, complete bliss and joy, being creative and exchanging your creative output for money. Okay, so this is you doing what you truly love to do, feeling blissful, feeling contentment, and feeling emotionally fulfilled. And that is coming up as an underlying fear. So you may want to think about that and think about if this matrix type of environment, employment is what's going to do it for you. Because there is these underlying fears that you do have. And so maybe it won't. But, only you can decide that. Only you know what's best for you. We also have the 2 of Cups. Okay, so we have emotional fulfillment and love coming up here as underlying fears that you do have. Okay. We also have the 6 of Wands here with victory and celebration and joy and fulfillment. So yeah, this is very clear to me that you are wondering about what is going to bring you the most fulfillment and joy and bliss. Okay, and again, you have that answer. You know what that is. You know what path is going to result in that. And you may still be working out like, okay, well, which of my gifts and talents are we talking about here? You will find that in time. Do more of what you love, and that will help you to understand what you feel passionate about, where you feel like you can exchange for monetary reward here. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's move to potential outcomes here. So you know what, before I do that, I'm just going to get an oracle here. So we have power, upswing in energy, and exhilarating movement. So that is wonderful. So I feel like you are going to start focusing more on, what makes me happy here as I'm building my generational wealth and I'm securing my future, my finances here. What brings me joy? Because whatever you're deciding is something that you may delve deeply into, and so it may take years for you to really get to the place where you want to be and where you feel complete fulfillment and joy. So this journey here that you're going on is where you have to decide what journey is that. Is that going to be this matrix 9 to 5 type of job, or is it going to be me actually like doing the work that I love and feel inspired by and feel passionate about? Okay, so you have the energy, the optimism to start the process. So it's just up to you what direction it goes in. And there is no wrong choice and there is no wrong direction. Okay. So what else? Give me one more here. So we have radical honesty and believing in the facade. Oh, goodness. Is suffocating you. Okay, there may be feelings of self-denial coming out, self-defeat coming out here as well. So there may be something with this offer that is not totally aligned with you. So it may not be for as much money as you were expecting. There may be a lot of extra responsibilities, or you may be looking at the accountability and be like, yeah, I don't know how you're expecting all of these things. But this is really that time for you to, as you're evaluating these options in the direction you want to go, and be completely honest with yourself about what you truly desire. Because for some of you, it may be not accepting that and starting a side hustle, starting your LLC, starting to work on those products and services that you're going to be offering to the world, starting to work on those gifts, or continuing to work on strengthening your gifts and talents so that you can start to sell your work. Okay, so I love that honesty came out here. Now let's look at some potential outcomes here. So you are definitely going to be in that space, and you're going to come into that energy of where it's like, okay, I clearly see that the universe is just mirroring to me the energy that I'm putting out, the thoughts and the feelings that I do have. So now I need to adjust that. I need to use that to my advantage to start to see the blessings and abundance that I desire come to me. Okay. So what else do we have here? So we have the 7 of Swords here. And it's so funny because this is my second take of recording this for you, Capricorn. And this 7 of Swords came out in the previous take that I did. So you may be feeling like you want to just go in a completely different direction from something. And we'll just use this as an example. So if you do have an offer come up, or you are in a particular environment where it's just like, you know what, I can't take this anymore. I'm not doing this. So you may find that comes up for you. And some of you may decide, like, you know what I mean, like, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Some of you may decide that, and I'm not encouraging that. I'm just communicating, channeling down the message that may happen for some of you. Others of you may also be just feeling like, with this process here, you deciding what path you want to go down. And if you say like, okay, I'm going to work on my passions, my, my creative outputs, my products, do that with a plan here. So maybe go within, figure all that out, maybe journal it, connect within, feel how it feels on specific products, meditate on them, do whatever those practices are that you do to figure out what path is for you, or what is going to be included in your journey. Do what you need to do to figure that out, and sort of have a plan for that. And when I say plan, I don't mean like a detailed, written out, like step 1, step 1A, step 1B. I mean just in general what you want to see. Because if we're talking about, and I don't know, did I say this earlier, or it might have been in the other read, like if you decide like, okay, I'm going to open up a restaurant here. Okay, like there's steps involved. There's a plan that you need to have involved with that. And that doesn't mean it has to be like down to the absolute like first step, you know what I mean, like the 20 steps that you might take in a particular day. I'm not saying that it needs to be that detailed in your plan, but you do and you know, like there's certain things involved, like, okay, I need to research, I need to figure out a location, I need to figure out equipment, I need to figure out, you know what I mean? So the things that you know, jot down. Okay, and as you're starting to take inspired action, things will divine guidance will take over, and things will start to flow to you as opportunities, as understandings of what it is that you need to do. So we have those messages here coming through with support for you, if that's the direction you decide to go in. Okay. We also have the Six of Cups here. Okay, so it may also be good for some of you to connect with your inner child here. So I'm hearing that they may need some support, some unconditional love. And they may also need to just come out and play and be creative. Okay, so that may help you also when you're deciding, like, what do I really want to do here? Or even with that restaurant example, you know, like, what are my colors going to be? What do I want it to look like? Do I want it to be have like a modern feel, a traditional feel? You know, like all of those things where the creativity is involved. Allow your inner child to come out. So there may be some meditations that you can do with that, or just whatever your practices are to allow that inner child to come out. Trusting and knowing that it's safe is what you'll want to do here, and what I see some of you are going to go ahead and do. There may also be opportunity here for you to work on your gifts and talents as well. So if you're desiring to maybe read tarot for some individuals, like, get into it, find some cards that you love and get started, practice. Okay, so this is you really working on your gifts and talents here. We also have the Two of Swords. Okay, so yeah, there's going to be some decisions here as far as what path you want to go down and what you want to work on and what you want to focus on. So that's wonderful to see that you are going to be evaluating options and choices and decisions. And again, you're being reminded here to really focus on the priorities. What is most important to you? What you're valuing when you're looking at those options, and that'll help you decide. There's also soul family that may be of support to you as well. So for those individuals that you trust and you know have your best interest in mind, it may be a good idea to talk things through with them and to get their input. Okay, so that could help you with the decision-making process here. So we have you just flowing and finding an easier path forward. As a result of that, surrendering to the outcome and allowing life to flow through you. And you're also being guided here to release your expectations and requirements about the outcome. And that's so funny because that's something that we didn't even talk about here. If you notice that, we talked about your inspiration, your creativity, your gifts, and your talents here. Okay, so that's just that confirmation. Stay in that energy. So we also have Cernunos here. I believe that's how you pronounce that, with the life force, and you expressing your driving passion, and also your sensual and sexual powers being increased here. So that's kind of reminding me here about the soul family aspect of things, and you connecting with those individuals that truly have your best interest in mind. So there may be some valuable input that your partner has for you, or someone that you are connected with in an intimate way. So they may have some advice, they may have some individuals they can connect you with, or they may have just unconditional love and support for you. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Take care.